Hi, everybody. Father Bill Holzinger here, and this is your Friday Reflection. Well, I'm here in the parish house office, and as I'm recording, this is Wednesday, Spy Wednesday, they call it, and that is when Judas goes to the Sanhedrin to basically get paid because he's spying on Jesus to then betray him ultimately. So that's Spy Wednesday. Coming up now, I don't want to get into all the details of the Triduum because I think Erin did a great job. So look at her video. She did a wonderful job detailing those things that are going to happen, the spirituality around them. I would like to offer some just a little extra little tidbits and maybe more practical selection of like insights and ideas for you if you're coming to any of the celebrations that start on Thursday and go through Sunday. So the first one you already possibly missed, that was the Chrism Mass. That was on Monday. Now, traditionally it's done on the Thursday of Holy Week, but because the Archdiocese of Portland is so large, we can't get priests from, let's say, suppose we had Mass in the morning, the Chrism Mass in the morning, and at this all held at the Immaculate Conception Cathedral. Imagine a priest from Brookings going from Brookings to Portland. That would have to happen the previous day. And then would he be able to get back in time after the Mass to Brookings to celebrate Holy Thursday Mass for his community? Unlikely. And I think that's actually a dangerous thing to do, even if he could. So we traditionally at the Archdiocese, in the Archdiocese of Portland, we have our Chrism Mass on the Monday that follows Palm Sunday. And so you'll see a video at the very end of this Friday Reflection, and you may have caught it on Twitter already or Facebook, etc. The actual lineup of the priests right before they go to celebrate Mass with the Archbishop in the Chrism Mass. So the Chrism Mass is actually called the Chrism Mass because in that Mass, the oil of chrism, or the chrism oil, the sacred chrism, is blessed, along with the oil of catechumens. That's for those who are going to be baptized. There's a pre-anointing for them. And the oil of the sick, which, as you can imagine, is for the sick, kind of says what it is. The chrism oil is used for several things. In this case, most usually and most commonly, it's done for confirmation. We'll use that for the confirmation at the Easter Vigil. But if we have our confirmation Mass with the teens in the spring or the late winter, we've also used that then. It's also used for the anointing of bishops, and also, which was amazing to see when I was in St. Anne's in Grants Pass, the dedication and blessing of an altar where they pour the oil all over the altar and wipe it around, and then have to kind of work that in and then somehow continue with Mass by wiping what they can up or putting a cover over it for Mass. So at the Chrism Mass, that's one of the main things. That's where it gets its title. But it's also a place where the priests renew their priestly promises to the Archbishop. And the Archbishop was in fine order. I recommend you watch the Chrism Mass video. You'll just go to the Archdiocese of Portland YouTube. I believe it's YouTube. They have it on there. And then you can watch the homily and the rest of the Mass. It was about an hour and a half long or so, maybe even longer than that. It was packed to the gills. It was amazing. And I was on the side, one of the side transepts, getting a side look at everything that was going down. So it was wonderful. And I just want to repeat something the Archbishop mentioned, that while the Chrism Mass is a time for the priests to renew their promises, the whole Easter celebration, that would be this coming Easter Sunday. And if you go to the Easter Chrism, or just say the Easter Vigil Mass, you also, if you're in the congregation, make promises as well. As Christians, promise to be living the life, believing in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and rejecting evil and in all kinds. And so I won't get into the exact text there, but that will be present at the Easter Vigil, and you'll see that in the Easter Masses, Easter Sunday Masses. And Aaron already mentioned that we'll be doing sprinkling as well. That's part of that ritual. So let's see, that's Chrism Mass, holy oils, and the promises. Something about Good Friday, something interesting, the Veneration of the Cross. This is the one time that Catholics are encouraged to genuflect to something that is not the actual real presence of Christ. So when we come to Mass, typically we genuflect where? Towards the tabernacle, because that's where the Eucharist is, unless it's being exposed. If you're going into the day chapel, you would come in, let's say, off hours into the day chapel, and there you would genuflect to the tabernacle. There's the presence of Christ. But in the case of Good Friday, we genuflect as one of the options to the cross itself. So there'll be multiple crosses just because of the sheer number of people. The rubrics say one cross, but again, we'd be there for a long time. So multiple crosses, and you can approach it. I want to encourage you to come forward as families or as a group of friends, as a unit, together to venerate the cross. You can touch it and ask for a blessing. You can kiss the actual cross as a veneration, or you can genuflect. You can even just bow. It all depends on what your sensibilities are, and also maybe what your physical abilities are as well. So that is something kind of a keynote to with Good Friday. Easter Vigil, something that's going to be noted there that is kind of a little side thing, is the homily. Now, there's to be homilies given at all these celebrations, but the Easter Vigil is generally longer than the others, and so it's encouraged, even if you have a short homily, to still give it. And let me just tell you, it's going to be short. Let me kind of preclude some of that, in fact, so you know. There's a saying in the Eastern Church, and it's good for us in the Western Church to think about, and it is the proclamation that Christ is risen. And then when a priest in those rituals say that, in those rites, the community knows to say, he is risen indeed. So Christ is risen. They respond, Christ is risen indeed. And that might very well be my homily. You'll have to come and find out. Finally, then, after the Easter Vigil, and again, the details, Erin has already kind of spoken about this, is Easter Sunday. She mentions the sprinkling rite. I'll be preaching the homily there. If you back up with the homilies, Father Anthony will be doing the homily and doing the homily at Holy Thursday Mass. He'll be presiding at the Good Friday Mass. I'll be presiding at the Holy Thursday. And let's see here. Let me get that straight. So Holy Thursday, I'm presiding. Father Anthony is preaching. Holy and Good Friday, I should say, Father Anthony is presiding, and Deacon Brett will be preaching. And on Easter Vigil, I will be preaching, as well as on all the Easter Sunday Masses. There, I got it. I was getting myself confused. So here is just a little insight. These Masses are well attended. So I want to encourage you to get there early. We do not save seats. It's first come, first serve. Our folks for the Easter sacraments will be coming at least an hour early, so they will get prime seats, hopefully, for them, so they can get to the front of the church when we are doing the rituals for them. But if you are not one of those individuals, but you want to come and be part of these celebrations and witness and come to Mass, I want to encourage you, for the sake of parking and getting a seat, to come early. Last year, it was estimated we had some 6,000 people come through our services from Holy Thursday all the way through Easter Sunday. And that's mind-blowing for me. I've never had that experience. So I'm looking forward to it. It's amazing. It's exciting. It's inside kind of an electric space because everybody is anticipating the wonder of the Easter celebration. And of course, the Triduum, that's Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter Vigil, kind of lead right up to that. So it culminates in Easter Vigil, and then we celebrate on Easter Sunday. It's going to be awesome. So I hope to see you there. And we will be streaming, I believe, the 9:30 Easter Mass. And I think we might be streaming the Easter Vigil Mass. We'll put that on Facebook. So if you're looking for that information, I don't remember the exact details, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And if I'm wrong, well, shame on me, right? There you go. Have a great this weekend. Have a great Sunday. Have a great Easter celebration. And keep in mind, we don't just celebrate Easter once. We go for a whole season, 50 days until Pentecost. I'll see you then. God bless you. Bye-bye.